Foote School is a really exciting place for middle school students because there's so much to offer. Not only are there the academics and the challenge and the rigor in the classroom, but there are also many opportunities outside of the classroom. It's a really great and well-balanced environment for kids.
Our approach to middle school certainly is that we are interested in developing the individual. Our students are active learners. They're not ones who sit down and simply are fed information. We teach them to question. We teach them how to find the information they need to teach themselves.
I certainly question the world and question how things work, and I want to become a scientist, I think, because of this.
The qualities that Foote students bring are definitely a kind of curiosity and openness to learning.
They become so much more responsible, they become better leaders, they become more sensitive to other people around them.
Students coming in 6th grade, whether they're new to the school or they've been at Foote, are going from a contained classroom where they're with one teacher for the day to a rotating schedule where they go from room to room with different teachers. It's a big transition, so there is a lot of assisting the student, and as they get older, their work becomes more independent.
Science is just really interesting at Foote because it's so hands-on, and we really go out in the field and actually do stuff instead of sitting in a classroom. And so when we went there, we were able to actually catch some of these critters that live at the bottom, and we were able to figure out exactly what they were, and then from there we could say, this one indicates this type of water quality, and this species indicates this type of water quality.
It's just such an amazing experience. They really get you to understand what biology is about and what it's like to go outside and actually do it for yourself instead of watching videos inside.
Our outdoor ed program at Foote is all about challenges. From the very first day that they walk in 8th grade, our course really puts an emphasis on how best to communicate with each other, collaboration, working together, and what kind of teamwork is needed to complete the different challenges. We're trying to help them learn how to be successful human beings for their lifetime.
I've always loved English, but this is my all-time favorite. The hardness table really helps the discussion because everybody can see everyone else, and the teacher can just direct the discussion, and we can learn from each other and teach ourselves, and I think that's a really cool thing.
The teachers here work with the students in a way that allows the students to reach those goals because they encourage them. They are behind them 100%. They work with them to get them to do better, to pull those abilities out.
I came to Foote School as a middle schooler, and I think the thing that jumped out to me the most was how quickly I was accepted. And as the Foote School counselor, it's been great to see what an effort Foote makes to welcome their new students into the school community.
Foote tries very hard to make the kids feel comfortable. We assign a buddy to the students. We assign a family to help the family acclimate to the community.
Within a few weeks of a new kid starting, it's like they've been here forever.
There are no cliques, there are no small groups. It's only a large group of friends throughout the whole grade, the whole middle school, the whole school itself.
My son's experience at Foote was that everybody was very nice and very accommodating, reaching out to him, making him feel welcome, making him feel like he had something to contribute.
Very small classes I can learn really well. They also give us a personalized class. I'm in a 2-person math class, 4-person French class.
I also think the projects he has is more independent in terms of choosing which direction he wants to go.
One project that I really liked was the sludge test in 8th grade, where our teacher gives us a case of different components.
You have to separate it and identify all the 5 to 7 components of it, and you have to write down the whole thing. All year you're preparing for this. You get to work with a partner, which is really great, and you work together and you really sit down and come up with a conclusion.
There's hardly ever a time where you're only working out of a workbook or only looking at a textbook, not doing anything hands-on.
Okay, roll. Good, you see all the deflection?
The schoolwork's definitely challenging, but challenging is good because I learn from challenging.
What would happen if we were to spin clockwise?
They really want you to understand. They want everyone to learn and like learning. They're not just here so you can pass the test.
We have a sister school in Changsha. They come and visit us in October. and then we visit them in March.
The trip to China is not just an event that's just layered on. Our students in 9th grade do a great deal of study in comparative cultures.
We've been corresponding through email over the summer, and I'm really looking forward to traveling to China in the spring.
After the China assembly that we had, we all gathered around the piano, and then someone started to play music, and we just sang around the piano for a long time, and it was so great, and we all connected.
It was through Foote that my kids were really first introduced to people of very different backgrounds than ours.
We're not just teaching them the academics. We want them to learn to be open to everything in the world, art, drama, music, and to realize how much the world has to offer and what they can do to be a part of that.
As an alum, I think Foote prepared me incredibly well for my secondary education. I was ready for the academic workload, which allowed me to be a confident and comfortable student.
You know, there's just an incredible system with the secondary school placement director for, you know, getting kids situated at the right place.
Foote did an excellent job preparing me for high school. Going into Hamlin Hall, I was more ready than I thought I was.
The sports are important, the extracurriculars, the art, the music, but what Foote really, really is good at is making a good human being. And that's just the most important thing for me.